A few simple ingredients and you can make these Jell-O aquarium cups.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone, starting off with a small bowl and 1 cup of white cranberry juice. You could also use white grape juice. You need a sweet liquid or juice that is relatively clear. Now to this, add 3 envelopes of gelatin, 1/4 ounce each, and just allow it to sit for about 2 minutes for the gelatin to soften. In a medium-sized saucepan, place 3 additional cups of the juice and allow that to come to a simmer or almost to a boil. Add the softened gelatin from the small bowl and just stir until the gelatin is completely dissolved. This will only take a couple of minutes. Now pour this into another container, one with a spout is easiest, and allow it to come to room temperature. Once it's cooled to room temperature, you can add some blue food coloring to try to get a sea-like color to the liquid. Now here are the cups. These are just little plastic 8-ounce cups I bought at the dollar store. Now I experimented with different kinds of gravel to put in the bottom of the cup, and I found that candy, Smarties, M&Ms, anything like that dissolve as soon as the liquid hits it. So I decided to use fruit cocktail. I cut it up into small pieces and use that for aquarium gravel in the bottom. Then you're going to fill these up to about 3/4 of the way up. Now you'll find I have a lot of liquid in my measuring cup because I made an extra large batch because I was doing a lot of experimentation when I was making these, but the recipe I'll put in the description box below should make enough liquid to make 4 1-cup portions. So plan accordingly for the number of people that you're going to have to serve. Then put these cups in the refrigerator and you're going to allow them to set partially. Now I was planning ahead for what I was going to use for seaweed. I tried all sorts of different kinds of candies and they all dissolved and got kind of yucky in the Jell-O. And I decided to try these cucumber peels, which are completely edible and they're a really nice shade of green. And all I did was take some kitchen scissors and cut them into seaweed shapes. Now for the fish, I found the best thing to use were these gummy fish. I found gummy sharks, gummy dolphins, and I also found these little gummy Swedish fish. So see what you have available locally. Now here's the Jell-O out of the refrigerator. It's partially set, so it jiggles a little bit, but it's still pretty soft and it's sticky when you put your fingers in it. Poke a little hole with a toothpick first, and then just press the pieces of cucumber peel down the sides of the cup so you can see them. And these will be your seaweed pieces, and you could put as many or as few as you'd like. Now for this particular one, as you can see, I did not put any fruit cocktail in the bottom. This is one where I tried it without to see what it would look like. Now to insert fish, what you do is make a slit with a sharp knife, press your little fish in, and then just push it down using a toothpick and push it into position. Now because the Jell-O is not completely set, it's very forgiving and it's self-healing, so it'll kind of go around the fish and you won't see the place where you inserted it at all, as you can see close up here. Here's one with the fruit cocktail in the bottom. Make a slit with a sharp knife. Take your little gummy fish and you're going to insert it partly way in and then just push it the rest of the way in with the toothpick. And you may get some bubbles in there, but that's okay. Just add some more to the fact that it looks like water and push it into position. So that's a gummy shark. Here is a gummy dolphin. Same idea. Just push it down into position. And they'll stay exactly where you put them because the Jell-O is partially set and will hold it. Now the surface of the Jell-O is going to get kind of rough looking. If you don't like the way this looks, then just take some of the liquid that you set aside. And if it's set, then you just put it in the microwave for a few seconds and it'll get liquid immediately. And then just spoon a few spoonfuls over the top and then put it back in the refrigerator and allow it to set completely, and the surface will be nice and smooth. And there they are out of the refrigerator, nice and completely set. As you can see, the fish look like they're swimming around, and I think that the fruit cocktail actually looks pretty good in the bottom. It adds some nice color. It does look a little bit like aquarium gravel. And this is just tastes like Jell-O, whatever flavor you happen to use. The food coloring is very minimal. Took very little to get that color blue. The gummy fish actually stay quite nice for about 2 days. After a couple of days, they start to soften up a bit and the color starts to bleed out of the fish into the Jell-O. So you know what? If you have to make them ahead of time, probably no more than 1 or 2 days. I hope you enjoyed this video and I thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and like interesting and delicious recipes, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to my channel right now by clicking on the big yellow subscribe button. Bye-bye everyone.